What's up, YouTube? Mope here. Today we have my folding bicycle. It is a Dahon. What do we got here? Presto Lite. It is 7005 aluminum. It says it's TIG welded. It's a folding bicycle, and it's kind of an interesting story how I acquired this one. I actually got 3 of them from a fella in town. He goes by the name Snap is his nickname. I used to work at an abandoned mill, and he worked there prior to me. And I used to have to patrol the storage units, and he had like a bicycle collection in there. He was an avid cyclist and rock and roller, so he had a bunch of tapes and vinyl and stuff, and we got to talking. And lo and behold, he worked there prior to me, and I'd seen some tags of his up in the mill before they tore it down. And he used to ride this in there, and he bought a couple of them for him and his wife. And this was when he used to ride around when he was doing patrol. So he gave me a screaming deal on it, and it needed some work. The rear wheel was like, I still have the hub and everything, but the spokes were all blown out and everything. So eventually I'll rebuild it, but in the interim I bought a children's it's kind of like a Skyway mag if you've seen BMX bikes. But with this one, I think it's like a 10-inch or something. Here, let's see here. 16-inch. So it's not quite a 20-inch from a BMX bike. So it's like this, but it's also not a BMX scooter size. It's like a in between 16. So I actually got a really good deal on it. Plus, I love mags, and it came with these Schwalbe marathons. They're really coveted and reputable tires amongst the touring community. And so it's cool. It folds down, really light. Also, and it had a bent crank on it. Had Sagino. It's a single speed with track dropouts, and one of the arms was bent on the Sagino cranks. So I went with these Lite Pro, which were marketed as folding bike tires or folding bike components. It's like a Holotech bottom bracket. Just gonna keep doing that. Sorry, and the teeth on like the chainring's insane because the tires are so tiny, and also the cog in the rear is pretty small too. I'll have to count the teeth and tell you what the gear ratio is. And I put on the original. I don't remember who makes. I don't think these are MKS, but they're like folding pedals too, which are kind of cool. Yeah, Wellgo makes these. I just, put the Lite Pros on there, and I actually put some Vans brake pads on the rear so I didn't mess up the mag, because it's kind of like a polymer. It's not actually magnesium. It's like a plastic. And then on the front, that's the majority of your stopping power. I put Cool Stop dual compounds like I do with most of my bikes. And then he actually had on the one for his wife, which I gave to my fiance, the seat post had an integrated pump in it, which was really cool. Whereas this one, I just wanted to go all Lite Pro. It was super lightweight, and I was upgrading the saddle also. So I just went with what Lite Pro had to offer. It's like a weird oversized seat post size. That was redundant, but anyway. And then I scored this San Marco carbon rail saddle for like super cheap on eBay. It's pretty hurt, but it goes with how light everything is. Granted, the way that this Lite Pro seat post, like the rails are, I hope it doesn't destroy itself because it's kind of sharp up in here. So maybe I'll be able to like 3D print like a buffer or something eventually. But I'm not doing anything like too crazy with this. I'm just leisurely riding when I do. And honestly, the huge chain ring, there's really tight clearances here with this folding mechanism, but it does work. And you really do need like such a ridiculous front chain ring to be able to get to speed with this. Otherwise, you're just spinning like crazy. The other thing I had to do was the headset kept getting loose. So I put on a Lite Pro headset and it still wobbles. I'm not exactly sure why, but there's this ever so slight wobble there. I might have to put a shim in there because I did rebuild it correctly and it's sealed bearing now, which is nice. But probably this springtime I will have to rebuild that with a shim or something. It just doesn't feel right. And it's kind of sketchy when the bike's so tiny and there's all these folding apparatuses, and you really want it to be like reliable if you're going to be doing any riding on it, really. Another issue is I've been having persistent flats with this rear wheel. Not really sure why. There is no need for, this is going to drive me crazy. There is no need for a rim strip in it. So I'm not really sure why I'm getting pinch flats. So I'm going to have to address that when I address the headset. This one was kind of like the work in progress bike. The one that was for his wife and that I gave my fiance is substantially nicer. It has an internal 3-speed hub, all fendered out, has really nice gum wall tires. It's basically a similar model, but not as like stripped down. Theirs is more like feature ridden, though similar concept. A little heavier too, though. So I did put the O-Rees on it, and he had nice Avid brakes. It looks like some sort of animal's been eating the grips where I've been storing it, so that's a little alarming. But you know, the other thing here is, so Kinetics is the brand of in-house rims, and all these components, or the majority of them, are marqueed with these K symbols. I'll give you a close-up here. Like the hubs also have a K symbol. So I think Kinetics is like their in-house, or Dahon's in-house offerings for parts. So I try to keep as much of that on here as possible. It has the same logo here as it does on the folding mechanism. And yeah, he really hooked it up. It was a lot of fun just messing around with this. The third one was like a very linear or minimal single speed also. It's more of an economy one, so I have a friend that I'm actually considering giving that to. He's been a really good buddy of mine, so probably just give him a box of parts to build it up and, you know, give him some fun for riding around town. But they're nimble, they're tiny, it folds up, put it anywhere you really want to. It's super lightweight, and it's been a lot of fun. Not my most used bicycle, but, you know, I wanted to experience what a folding bike is because of not the Brompton. Is it the Brompton? I think it's the Brompton. There's like such a following in Europe with those ones, so you know, it was a screaming deal. I couldn't pass it up, and I love all bicycles, so it was a golden opportunity to try it out, and I really appreciate Snap for hooking it up, buddy, and I hope you're doing well. But yeah, this is my lightweight Dahon Presto Lite, and I'll give you an update and some rides on it, some shorts and stuff, so, you know, keep checking out the channel and, you know, keep chilling, keep spinning, and we're here, and I'll get this thing ship shape and some more videos. So yeah, thanks for joining us. The channel's got some updates for technology and camera equipment. I'm really into that. We got the AV stuff going on, currently lapelled up with a portable recorder, and got Magic Lantern on my old DSLR, and I don't know, we're just kind of slowly upgrading as we go. My buddy just recommends some wireless mics, so we'll get some two-player action out on the old bike trail, and yeah, follow along or whatever, and yeah, I'll see you later, I guess. Peace.